Part 1: The Awakening of Control. They say the world belongs to those who can control it, but they are wrong. The world belongs to those who can control themselves, because the greatest empire a person can ever rule is their own mind. Before you conquer nations, before you build wealth, before you influence others, you must first conquer the chaos within. The weak talk about freedom, the strong talk about control, and the rare few, the truly awakened, understand that the highest form of power begins not with armies, wealth, or connections, but with discipline. Self-command, the ability to rule the invisible forces inside you, your thoughts, your impulses, your emotions. Look back at history. Every downfall, every tragedy, every betrayal of greatness began with one thing: a loss of self-command. Empires did not fall because their enemies were strong. They fell because their leaders could not control their greed, their pride, or their tongues. Nations crumbled because kings spoke before thinking. Legends fell because emotions became their masters. And ordinary men destroyed their own peace because they could not silence the noise within. You may not wear a crown, but you rule something far greater, yourself. And until you master that kingdom, every victory you think you have is an illusion. The mouth, the weapon and the weakness. The mouth, a small gate but the most dangerous weapon known to mankind. Your words can build alliances or destroy them. They can reveal your plans or conceal your power. One sentence can turn a friend into an enemy, and one silence can make an enemy question your strength. Words are the first currency of power. They can buy loyalty, respect, or chaos, and the foolish spend them carelessly. The wise speak less, not because they fear judgment, but because they understand the price of exposure. Every word you say tells the world how much control you have over yourself. The fool shouts to prove he exists. The wise whisper to protect their existence. And the most powerful often remain silent. Silence is not weakness. It is strategy. It confuses the curious. It terrifies the insecure. It makes the loud question their own confidence. When you speak less, you observe more. When you reveal nothing, others begin to reveal everything to you. Your silence forces others to fill the void, and in that void, they expose themselves. So learn to speak only when your words will change the outcome. Otherwise, remain still, because silence accumulates power the way fire builds heat, waiting, growing, unseen, until the right moment to unleash. The mind, the kingdom of command. But silence alone is not mastery. The mouth is the gate. The mind is the kingdom. Every empire begins in the mind, and every ruin begins there too. What you think becomes what you say. What you say becomes what you do. And what you do defines what you become. If your thoughts are weak, no amount of willpower will save you. If your mind is chaotic, your world will mirror that chaos. The outer world is nothing but the projection of your inner state. Weak minds react, strong minds plan. The world manipulates those who cannot command their own emotions. Anger makes you predictable. Envy makes you desperate. Fear makes you controllable. Every time you act out of emotion, you are surrendering your crown, handing your power to someone else. To control your mind, you must learn the art of detachment. Not from people, not from love, not from life, but from reaction. People will provoke you. They will test your patience, insult your values, and challenge your peace. Good. Let them, because every provocation is a mirror showing you how much control you truly have. Your power is proven by what does not move you. When your emotions obey your logic, not the other way around, you become uncheckable. And uncheckable people become unpredictable. And unpredictability is the highest form of power. The world cannot read what it cannot predict. It cannot control what it cannot understand. When you speak with restraint, when you think with clarity, and when you act with precision, your presence alone commands attention. People begin to fear your silence more than another man's shout, because they know silence hides something stronger than noise, intent. Chaos, the great test. Chaos, the word that terrifies the ordinary and excites the wise. Because chaos is not the end of control, it is the test of it. The calm sea never made a skilled sailor, and peace never made a powerful mind. When the world around you burns, when everything falls apart, that is when your mastery is tested. Anyone can act wise in peace, but only the truly disciplined remain composed in the storm. Chaos is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It exposes the cracks in your foundation. It shows you where you still react. It shows you the corners of your mind you have not yet ruled. The storm reveals who you are. When others panic, you stay still. When others scream, you breathe. When others run, you stand and observe. That's not coldness, that's control. Because the one who remains calm can direct the chaos to his advantage. You cannot control the storm, but you can steer your ship through it. That's what power looks like, composure in the face of destruction. Understand this. Chaos is a mirror. It will never destroy you. It will only reflect the strength or weakness within you. So instead of fearing it, learn from it. Face it with order, strategy, and calmness. And soon, you will not just survive the chaos, you will use it. That is how the great rise. They don't avoid chaos, they shape it. Money, the final illusion. And then, there's money, the final illusion of control. The world chases it, worships it, dies for it. But money itself is not power. It is a reflection of it. Money flows toward control and flees from chaos. It obeys those who can command themselves. If your emotions rule you, your money will destroy you. If your mind rules your emotions, your money will multiply. The poor spend to feel important. The rich invest to remain powerful. The wise understand that restraint, not desire, builds empires. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you can discipline. Because money follows order, focus, and patience. Impulse is the destroyer of wealth. Self-command is its creator. Most people are not poor because they lack opportunity. They are poor because they lack control. Control over spending, over emotions, over distractions. They chase temporary pleasure and sacrifice permanent power. And when chaos comes, they have no fortress within. But those who master themselves, those who can wait while others rush, who can stay calm when others panic, those are the ones who own the game. So remember this. Your enemies will provoke your words. The world will disturb your peace. Life will test your patience. Do not react. Respond with control. Control your mouth, and your words will protect your strategy. Control your mind, and your thoughts will guide your destiny. Control your chaos, and the storms will serve you. Control your money, and your freedom will multiply. Because the one who controls himself controls all. Part 2. The War Within. Power does not begin with the world around you. It begins with the world within you. Your mind, that silent kingdom, is both your prison and your throne. Your greatest battles are not fought with enemies carrying swords, but with shadows carrying thoughts. Every reaction, every temptation, every whisper of fear is a battlefield. The loudest wars are fought in silence, between your higher self that seeks order and your lower self that craves chaos. That war never ends, but those who learn to command it, those who win that invisible war within, they become untouchable. The battle of the mind. A man who cannot rule his thoughts will always serve the one who can. That is the eternal law of power. People are not destroyed by others. They are destroyed by the weakness that lives inside them. By impulses they refuse to discipline. By emotions they allow to rule. The chaos you see around you is not your enemy. It is your reflection. The outer disorder only mirrors the inner confusion. You wish to fix the world. Then start by fixing the throne inside your skull. Because once your inner kingdom is in order, the world begins to align around you. Understanding your triggers. To master yourself, you must know what controls you. And what controls you are not people. It's your triggers. The invisible strings that pull your emotions. The words that make you angry. The memories that make you weak. The fears that make you freeze. These are your true enemies, silent, patient, familiar. And until you face them, you will always be a puppet, reacting instead of ruling. When anger rises, pause and ask, who benefits from my reaction? When fear whispers, listen and ask, What truth is it trying to hide? When desire blinds you, stop and ask, what am I trading for this moment of pleasure? Every emotion carries a message. It is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal you. The emotion itself is not the problem. Your lack of control is the transformation of emotion. Self-control is not suppression. It is transformation. You don't kill emotion, you train it. You discipline it until it obeys you. The strong do not escape emotion. They refine it. They turn pain into focus. They turn heartbreak into hunger. They turn rejection into redirection. Nothing touches them for long because they have learned. Emotion is meant to serve purpose, not sabotage it. They do not bury feelings, they burn them into fuel. They don't escape pain, they study it until it becomes their teacher. That's how pain becomes wisdom, through control. Awareness, the first weapon of power. Understand this. Mastery begins in awareness. You cannot control what you do not first observe. So, watch yourself. Observe how quickly you defend yourself, how easily you complain, how desperately you seek validation. Every time you react instead of reflect, you lose a fragment of your power. These habits, these tiny cracks in your armor, are what your enemies use against you. You cannot be betrayed by what you have already conquered inside. So correct yourself before the world corrects you. Silence the urge to explain yourself to people who misunderstand you. Because those who truly see you don't need explanations. And those who demand explanations will never see you anyway. The truly powerful walk with quiet certainty. They don't argue for their worth, they embody it. They don't announce control, they radiate it. And their calmness speaks louder than any noise could ever do. Focus, the art of inner warfare. The mind is a battlefield, and focus decides who survives. Distraction is the most elegant weapon of control in the modern world. It doesn't destroy you with force, it drains you with noise. Every scroll, every argument, every craving. A slow leak of your attention. And remember this truth. Whatever owns your attention owns your life. If gossip owns it, your mind becomes petty. If outrage owns it, your heart becomes restless. If purpose owns it, your destiny becomes inevitable. Guard your attention as a king guards his crown. Because in the kingdom of your mind, attention is currency, and most people spend it on what makes them weaker. When you learn to control your focus, you will learn to bend time. You will see that clarity is faster than chaos. You'll accomplish in silence what others can't in noise. People will wonder how you move so calmly, how you speak so little, yet achieve so much. They will feel your steadiness, that quiet, unshakable presence, and that, more than anything, is power, environment, and energy. But remember, control is not isolation, it is balanced. To master your mind, you must also master your environment. People will wonder how you move so calmly, how you speak so little, yet achieve so much. Surround yourself with calm energy, with people who challenge your mind, not drain your spirit, with silence that nourishes you more than noise that entertains you. Your surroundings either feed your focus or poison it. Choose carefully. Do not seek to impress, seek to improve. Do not seek attention, seek alignment. Do not chase people, attract them through discipline, presence, and peace. The loud are often empty. They are still often full. Be the latter. Adversity, the hidden instructor. You cannot control every event, but you can always control your interpretation. When life breaks down your plans, when people betray you, when dreams collapse, remember this. Adversity is not your punishment, it is your preparation. Every trial is sharpening your awareness. Every delay is testing your patience. Every loss is revealing what truly matters. The weak see discomfort as a curse. The wise see it as the training ground of strength. Because fire does not destroy gold, it refines it. Pressure does not crush diamonds, it reveals them. And storms do not break the oak, they teach it how to bend. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Victory of the inner warrior. In the end, the war within will always matter more than the battles outside. A man who conquers his mind is never truly defeated, even in loss. Because control is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. You can lose everything: wealth, love, power. But if you still own your peace, you have lost nothing. Silence your fears. Starve your distractions. Discipline your reactions. Because once you master yourself, no one and nothing will ever master you again. Part 3. Order in the storm. When the storm comes, most people panic. They pray for it to stop. They run for shelter. They curse the sky. But the few who grow stronger, the rare few, they don't run. They stand still. They watch the wind. They listen to the thunder. They study the rhythm of chaos until they learn to move with it, not against it. Because chaos is not your enemy. It is your proving ground. The storm does not arrive to destroy you. It arrives to expose you, to reveal what you're really made of. The purpose of the storm. You will never know your strength until the world pushes against you. You will never learn composure until life shakes the foundation beneath your feet. And you will never discover endurance in calm waters. Pressure is not punishment, it's preparation. Every challenge is life asking you, how much can you handle before you forget who you are? The storm reveals everything: your habits, your fears, your unguarded thoughts. It tears down illusion and leaves behind truth. And when things finally collapse, you see what you've truly been standing on. If your foundation was vanity, it crumbles. If it was ego, it shatters. If it was comfort, it fades with the first wave. But if your foundation was discipline, if it was principle, if it was control, you will not only endure the storm, you will walk through it with clarity. When pressure tests you, every moment of pressure is a question life asks you. Do you trust yourself? And your answer isn't spoken, it's revealed. It shows in how you breathe when panic rises. It shows how you think when your plans fall apart. It shows in how you walk when everything around you trembles. That is when true character speaks. Not through words, but through posture. Because anyone can be calm and comfortable, but only the disciplined can be calm in a disaster. The ordinary see chaos as punishment. The wise see it as feedback. The universe isn't attacking you, it's instructing you. It's showing you what still needs refinement. Where your emotions still control you. Where your patience still breaks. So when life shakes, don't curse the instability. Study it. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me about myself? Then use it. Refine your order. Tighten your focus. Strengthen the habits that hold you steady when nothing else does. The discipline of calm. Real strength isn't loud. It doesn't shout or demand to be seen. It's quiet, deliberate, consistent. It is the ability to keep walking when motivation dies. It is the restraint to stay silent when the world screams. It is the decision to show up again and again and again when comfort begs you to quit. True discipline is invisible to the impatient, but to those who understand, it glows like fire beneath ice. The calm mind bends reality. It sees through noise, through panic, through illusion. It finds direction where others see confusion, while others drown in reaction. The calm mind floats, observing, analyzing, waiting. That is the difference between power and panic. Panic consumes energy. Calm directs it. And when you learn to carry that calm into the chaos of life, you'll notice something miraculous. Chaos begins to organize itself around you, because the world obeys the one who remains centered. Energy follows order, and order begins inside. Mastery of energy and focus. Do not try to fix every storm. Do not fight every rumor, every opinion, every temporary setback. When you waste energy on what you cannot control, you strengthen your distractions and weaken your discipline. Direct your energy only toward what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your focus, your response. This is the art of control. To turn uncertainty into strategy. To turn confusion into composure. To turn failure into feedback. Every reaction you don't give adds fuel to your inner fire. Every battle you choose not to fight saves power for the battles that matter. That's how wise people win, not by fighting more, but by fighting right, the language of pain. And when pain visits you, as it surely will, don't run from it. Sit with it. Let it speak. Pain is not random. It is information. It's your mind and soul trying to communicate what your comfort refused to acknowledge. Pain tells you what matters. It tells you what you've ignored. It tells you what must evolve. The faster you listen to it, the faster it releases you. But if you resist it, if you hide from it, it will repeat the lesson louder each time. Remember this. Pain is not the enemy. It's the instructor life sends when you stop listening. The forge of resilience. Resilience is not built in days of peace. It is forged in nights when you question everything. Your purpose, your strength, your reason for continuing. And yet, you keep going anyway. Every time you choose patience over panic, focus over frenzy, faith over fear, you build invisible strength. You won't see it at first, but one day you'll realize that the very things that once broke you no longer move you. That is resilience, not the absence of pain, but the presence of peace in pain, the stillness after the storm. So let the storms come, let the winds rise. Let the world doubt you, mock you, misunderstand you. Stand still inside your discipline. Anchor yourself in composure, and let chaos exhaust itself, because chaos always burns out. And when it does, you'll still be standing, quiet, focused, unbroken, and the world will finally understand. Your calm was never a weakness. It was strength matured by fire. Part 4. The weight of wealth and the quiet power. Money is never just paper or metal. It is energy condensed into form, a mirror reflecting who you truly are beneath the surface. It amplifies your habits, your mindset, your relationship with discipline and desire. It does not make you better or worse. It simply makes you more of what you already are. If you are careless, money becomes your teacher, slipping through your hands to remind you that without order, abundance has no anchor. If you are wise, money becomes your servant, responding to your structure, obeying your patience, multiplying under your direction. Many people chase money believing that once they catch it, life will finally be free. But freedom is not found in numbers, it is forged in discipline. Freedom begins in the ability to say no to yourself, to wait when your emotions demand now, to plan when your pride says you already know, to choose what lasts over what merely shines. Because what good is wealth if you have no wisdom to manage it? What good is an opportunity if your impulses burn it down before it blooms? Wealth without structure collapses under its own weight. Success without self-control becomes self-destruction with better packaging. Understand this. The world doesn't reward the loudest, the fastest, or even the most intelligent. It rewards those who can remain steady when everything around them screams for reaction. Those who can stay quiet when greed tempts them to shout. Those who can keep building when fear tells them to stop. Money will test you long before it blesses you. It will ask questions your pride will struggle to answer. Can you stay grounded when profits soar? Can you stay faithful when losses strike? Can you manage abundance without becoming arrogant and endure scarcity without losing faith? Most people fail this test. They build their lives on reaction, not reflection. Spending to impress, giving to be seen, chasing wealth that drains their peace. They trade purpose for validation and call it success. But the wise do differently. They move in silence, letting results make the noise. They don't announce wealth, they embody it. Their peace speaks louder than any display. They make money working for them while they work on themselves. Wealth, to the wise, is not an escape from discipline, it is the result of it. Every coin they earn carries a story of patience. Every investment whispers of self-control. Every act of generosity adds strength to the foundation of their purpose. Do not worship money. It was never meant to be a god. Study it. Respect it. Understand how it flows, how it grows, how it hides in patience and disappears in haste. Then direct it, not toward vanity, but toward value. Let it serve something higher, your integrity, your craft, your peace of mind. That's when money becomes stable, not corrupting your spirit, but supporting your mission. And beyond wealth lies the rarest treasure, contentment. Contentment is not laziness, it is emotional intelligence refined into peace. It is the ability to want nothing desperately, yet to appreciate everything fully. It is to have ambition without addiction, to pursue success without being possessed by it. When you reach that point, you stop chasing power because you have become power. Calm, patient, deliberate. You no longer argue for your worth, you walk in it. You no longer panic when life shifts, you adjust your steps. You no longer collapse in solitude, you build in silence. Because real control is invisible. It's in the calm tone that diffuses conflict. It's in the measured breath before responding. It's in the thoughtful pause before spending. It's in the choice to remain grounded when the world tilts. Control your mouth so your words create peace, not wounds. Control your mind so your thoughts build direction, not confusion. Control your reactions so chaos becomes your lesson, not your downfall. Control your money so it serves your vision, not your vanity. Mastery is not domination, it's alignment. When your mind, your spirit, and your actions move as one, you become untouchable, not because you rule others, but because you rule yourself. And in that alignment, everything finds its rightful place. Peace becomes your crown. Discipline becomes your armor. Purpose becomes your compass. The greatest power is a calm presence. The greatest victory is quiet confidence. And the greatest wealth is the freedom that comes when nothing owns you anymore.